Hello everyone, welcome back to your channel. Today we are going to learn one of the most important poems from class 12 CBSE English, The Roadside Stand, written by Robert Frost. In this poem, Robert Frost highlights the painful reality of rural life and the economic inequality between the rich city dwellers and poor village farmers. Through the image of a small roadside stall, Frost shows how modernization has benefited cities but neglected villages. The poem is filled with sympathy, satire, and deep social criticism. The poem begins with a description of a small old house with a newly built shed beside a highway. The poor villagers have opened a small roadside stand, hoping that passing city people will stop and buy their farm products. However, the polished, wealthy city traffic speeds past without stopping. If they stop at all, it is only to ask for direction or petrol, not to buy anything. The villagers are not begging for charity, they simply want a fair share of the money that flows in cities. The poet criticizes politicians and powerful people who pretended to help villagers by relocating them to towns with promises of comfort and entertainment. These so called benefactors actually destroy the villagers' independence and make them dependent. Frost feels deep pain seeing the innocent hopes of these rural people. Sometimes he even wishes their suffering would end instantly, but he realizes the real solution is not escape but social change. This poem ends with a strong emotional appeal to understand and support the rural poor. The central theme of the poem is economic inequality, urban versus rural divide, decline of agricultural property, exploitation by the powerful, false promises of modernization, sympathy for the poor, loss of self reliance. The poem teaches us that true development should include everyone. Modernization should not ignore farmers and rural communities. We should support small farmers, reduce economic inequality, be socially responsible, show sympathy towards the underprivileged. The poem reminds us that progress without humanity is meaningless. Literary devices from the poem: personification, roadside stand that pathetically pleaded, sadness that lurks near the open window, voice of the country. Alliteration, party in power, greedy good doers, beneficent beast. Transferred epithet, selfish cars. Cars are not selfish, but the people inside them are. Oxymoron, greedy good doers, beneficent beast. Metaphor, flowers of cities. City life compared to a flower. Repetitions, words like money, country, pain, city are repeated. Possible objective type questions from the poem. What was displayed at the roadside stand? Wild berries and squash. What does polished traffic refers to? Rich city people in cars. What does the poet feel for the poor farmers? Sympathy. What does selfish cars indicate? City people are selfish. If you found this video helpful, smash the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for complete class 12 English preparation. Thank you.